What inspired me to be a raft guide was I was on the Larimer County Dive Rescue Team for a few years, and going on calls up on the river to rescue people who had fallen out of boats, who were on the wrong side of the river, all those kind of calls. It was just so much fun, and I've always been a water baby. My whole entire life I have just lived in water. You can never get me out of it. And to see the rafts go by, tubing, when I was tubing the river, I've always wanted to be a raft guide. So I decided, you know what, I'm on the dive rescue team, I've had so many swiftwater rescue classes, I can totally do this. And I asked a local company if I could train with them, and they took me on under their wing. My very first commercial run as a raft guide, I had a family. It was Grandpa, his 2 daughters, and their husbands. And Grandpa was in front of me, and it was my very first time without another guide in my boat, my very first time taking customers down. I took out Grandpa 3 times. Once I got launched out of the boat and I grabbed him to try to save me from falling in, and I took him out. I flipped at a rock called Claire's Rock, which is a very fun yet dangerous rapid, and I took Grandpa out there too. And then the 3rd time I flipped on that trip was in Cardiac Corner, a class 4 rapid on a turn, and I flipped over and Grandpa turned at me and said, "You suck." And that was my very first ever commercial run. I'm the biggest outdoors person in the world. I could live under the stars the rest of my life. I wish I could live in a house, like a tree house with a bed that like floats on the water, like so I wouldn't float away, but just having the feel of the waves and the sound of the river, like the rocks in it, especially at high water when the rocks, the water's so powerful, it moves a lot of the little rocks in the river, and you can hear them clinking and clanking down the river, and it's just a spectacular sound. One day I hope to own my own raft company. I would love to own a dude ranch where I could take people ATVing, zip lining, horseback riding, kayaking, rafting, bike rides, you know, everything, little bocce ball courts. I want people to experience the outdoors like how I've experienced it. Just amazing, good, wholesome fun where you can listen to live music and just breathe in fresh, clean air and hear the birds chirping